The Tarte Tatin is an upside-down tart in which the fruit are caramelized in butter and sugar before the tart is baked. History: research shows that the Tarte Tatin was first created accidentally at the Hotel Tatin in La Motte-Bouvron, France, about 100 miles south of Paris, in the 1880s. The hotel was run by two sisters, star copyright Fanny and Caroline Tatin. There are conflicting stories concerning the tart's origin, but the most common is that star copyright Fanny Tatin, who did most of the cooking, was overworked one day. She started to make a traditional apple pie but left the apples cooking in butter and sugar for too long. Smelling the burning, she tried to rescue the dish by putting the pastry base on top of the pan of apples, quickly finishing the cooking by putting the whole pan in the oven. After turning out the upside-down tart, she was surprised to find how much the hotel guests appreciated the dessert. In an alternative version of the tart's origin, star copyright Fanny baked a caramelized apple tart upside down by mistake. Regardless, she served her guests the unusual dish. However, whatever the veracity of this story, the concept of the upside-down tarts was not a new one. For instance, Pâtissier Aimé Caramel already mentions glazed gare sent to Rennes, a copywriter adorned with apples from Rouen or other fruit in his Pâtissier Royal Parisien. The tart became a signature dish of the Hotel Tatin. Historians and gourmets have argued whether it is a genuine creation of the Demoiselles Tatin, or the branding of an improved version of the tarte Salognotte, a traditional dish named after the Sologne region which surrounds La Motte-Bouvron. Research suggests that, while the tart became a speciality of the Hotel Tatin, the sisters did not set out to create a signature dish. They never wrote a cookbook or published their recipe. They never even called it Tarte Tatin. That recognition was bestowed upon them by Kernounsky, the famous French author and epicure, as well as the Parisian restaurant Maxim's after the sisters' deaths. One of the legends has it that Louis Vaudeville, the owner of Maxim's, once tasted it and was smitten. As he described it, "I used to hunt around La Motte-Bouvron in my youth, and had discovered in a very small hotel run by elderly ladies a marvelous dessert listed on the menu under tarte Salognotte. I questioned the kitchen staff about its recipe, but was sternly rebuffed. Undaunted, I got myself hired as a gardener. 3 days later, I was fired when it became clear that I could hardly plant a cabbage. But this was long enough to pierce the secrets of the kitchen. I brought the recipe back, and put it on my own menu under Tarte des Demoiselles Tatin." In reality, Mr. Vaudeville was born in 1902, and the sisters retired in 1906. They died in 1911 and 1917, while Maxim's was purchased by the Vaudeville family in 1932. Ingredients: originally, the Tarte Tatin was made with two regional apple varieties, Reine des Rionettes, and Calville. Over the years, other varieties have tended to displace them, including Golden Delicious, Granny Smith, and Gala. When choosing apples for a Tarte Tatin, it is important to pick some that will hold their shape while cooking, and not melt into apple sauce. In North America, Golden Delicious, Granny Smith, or Jonathan are excellent choices. Tarte Tatin can also be made with pears, peaches, pineapple, tomatoes, other fruit, or vegetables, such as onion. In terms of dough, the Tarte Tatin can be made with both puff pastry or short crust pastry. See also: upside-down cake, tart, apple cake, apple pie, list of French desserts, references. External links: Gourmet Magazine, a Euro Squared S recipe for Tarte Tatin, a guide on how to make a Tarte Tatin.